Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm ForClassic and welcome to BenchART. So for today what I do have needed is Little Nightmares 2, a game developed by Tarsier Studios, and it is using Unreal Engine 4. And our objective today is to check out its performance on the GTX 1650 Super. So I will just show you on the settings that I will be playing. I did test multiple settings though, without recording, but my suggestion for playing up this game, if you have the screen for it, it is to play at 1440p, and you can go with ultra settings and no issues whatsoever. By using these settings you can enjoy the game above 60 frames per second pretty much all the time. So let's take a look on the requirements. So these guys recommend a Radeon HD 7870, 2 gigs, 4 gigs of RAM, or an AMD FX CPU. But for 4K you do need to have something like a GTX 1080 Ti. So our 1650 Super, it is more slower than that, and as you can see this is all the results without recording. So both 1080p and 1440p at maximum settings provides an experience above 60 frames per second, while 4K on medium or 4K at high settings, well, it gives you a performance pretty much in between the 30 to 60 frames per second. So with 4K high having an average of 45 and 4K median about 50s. So that's pretty much the performance that you can expect on this specific level. So my recommendation is for you to have an experience above 60 frames per second, and for that you should go with 1440p or 1080p. 1080p, especially if you have a high refresh rate monitor. Since you have more than 100 frames per second, I should recommend you to go 1080p if you want to take advantage of those great hertz that your screen have, if you have one of those monitors. So performance aside, now that you know how this game performs, the question is, what is this game about? So in case you never played Little Nightmares, it is essentially a little bit like Inside or Limbo, despite it is developed by a different team, which is the Tarsier Studios. Right? So Little Nightmares 1 was a very interesting game, and Little Nightmares 2 do improve over that game. So according to Metacritic, the score of this game, at least at the moment and for the PS4, it is about 82. So it's a respectable score. Most of the reviews say that it is great, it is a great game. Even Eurogamer do recommend the game, I mean. So it feels a nice game. I like this type of games. I recently finished Inside from Epic Store, which is similar to this game, and in my opinion it is great. Although one of the complaints with this game is that it relies a lot in trial or error, but that's something that I also did felt with Limbo or with Inside, which is not developed by the same team. So it's pretty much the same type of game. You have puzzles and stuff that you need to solve in order to progress throughout the game. But this game have a more horror environment, because you are a kind of a kid inside of a nightmare. So this game tries to recreate the stuff that we are afraid when you are kids. So it's just like a big nightmare. That's why it is called Little Nightmares, because it is they try to imagine the nightmares and the things that you have fear when you are young. So this is very interesting. This game had a nice success in its first game, and I think it was enough to develop a second game. So you can buy this game on GOG Galaxy, the store from CD Projekt Red. It doesn't contain any DRM, so no copyright protection, so no de novo or any kind of that stuff, and you can get the game for $29.99. So it's not expensive, not that cheap though, but it is in fact a respectable price for the game that you will get. I think that's all that I want to talk about this game specifically. Hope you keep enjoying the rest of the gameplay, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.